Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Do, 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 do. Whew. I can't believe I did that. Get that simmering. The right one simmering. Oh, mama. I think it's time to cook. Whew. I think it's time to cook. All these out of the way. Welcome everybody to the Saturday night cooking show. We're gonna get started. I think it's gonna be a great dish. It's gonna be a great dish. I want to call it a beef Wellington, but it's not a beef Wellington. So I'm calling it an almost beef Wellington. It's an almost beef Wellington. Okay, make sure everything's good. Got our water started, so we are going to get started as well. We're going to start by cleaning up our beef a little bit. In fact, I'm going to get a paper towel. Make sure that's padded dry everywhere. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So it's an almost beef Wellington. So when I say almost beef Wellington, because that's not a fillet. We're not using a fillet. We're using what we have here. But it's a nice cut. It's a nice cut. Very nice. So it's going to be an almost beef Wellington because we're not wrapping it tonight. We're not using crepes, we're not using burrito shells, we're not using Parma ham, we're not using puff pastry. So can we call it a beef Wellington? No, it's not the complete deal, but it's going to have some elements of it. So I'm just going to trim up our beef here first. Right? And I'm going to use this in our marinade, or in our, I'll say our red wine sauce, okay? Clean that up a little bit. Give a nice little flavor. very thin. I don't want to take off too much of that nice meat. But I do want to have this to fry. Good. Looks nice and clean. I think a storm. Yeah, there's a massive storm happening outside as we cook. Let's leave that aside. All right. Nice. I'm optimistic that we're not going to lose power tonight. Optimistic. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Pepper. Salt. I'd say a pinch, not a punch. Add in a little bit more. I'm going to move that. Doesn't want to hold up. I think if you're going out to a restaurant, let's just get everything. Everything we can. If you're going to a restaurant for this, this is going to feed easily 4 people with good sized medallions. I think you're going to end up paying an average of $65, $70 a plate. $300, let's call it $300 tax tip in there. Good. Let's bring in our stovetop right there. We've been heating it up, so it should be nice and hot by now. Hey, Riley. In. Good. Let's just check that out. See that that's hot. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Needs a little bit more. A little bit more. We're gonna get it going soon enough. Hope everybody's had dinner by now. It's just after 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. This is gonna be a good one. So we'll almost call this like order of operations here. We need to get the beef seared up, take it off for a couple of minutes. We're gonna dress it up in some mustard, and then in the oven for about 30 minutes. Got the oven preheated. Once that's good to go, then we're gonna move on to everything else. So we're gonna make a nice old jus, red wine. I've got potatoes, and I am gonna make the filling for a beef Wellington, even though it's not gonna be a beef Wellington. I'm gonna add it on once we bring the meat out of the oven and it's finished cooking. We're gonna slice it. We're gonna add on that nice mushroom mixture with chestnuts, and then drizzle some of our red wine. We're gonna have a nice little regular mashed potato as well. And I am doing some greens tonight, and just to get some color on the plate. I'm gonna have some carrots and some green beans. I think it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a late night meal. But I think this one's gonna be really good. And I'll tell you what, if it's not really good, I'm still gonna eat it anyways. All right, we're good. Let's get our oil in the pan. Give that 30 seconds or less. I'm really not happy how this is not level. You see how the oil comes towards me on this side. So I'm gonna have to be cognizant of that as we're cooking. 15 more seconds. We want to hear that sizzle when we get in there. Ba, 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 ba. I have puff pastry. I just didn't want to take it out. I didn't want to wrap it. I didn't want to go through the process tonight. And I really didn't want to eat puff pastry. I'm not going to lie. Not tonight anyways. Okay, I hope we're ready for the sizzle. We're going to get the sizzle right now. Let's get that oil in the center. Perfect. Let's wash. Last time you need to worry about touching raw. So remember, in here on this beef, we're not cooking it, we're just searing it. We're going to get a nice little crust on it. So maybe 6 minutes total, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, the sizzle, absolutely. Absolutely. I love the sizzle too. So I'm actually going to turn the beef towards you guys. See if I can bring you guys in. We had a camera operator. Might be a little bit better, but let's bring you guys in and tilt. How about that? So we want to do double duty here. Okay. I want to get that right up on the side of the pan. Well, we're not gonna mess around with it too much. We're gonna let it get that crust first. We'll do double duty up against the side in a minute. We're just watching the clock. This is fun. We get nothing else to do right here. It's tough not to touch it. There we go, right up on the side. So as the goat, Ramsay says, we're using the outside of the pan as well. Close, Nutella, welcome, close. Yeah, I called it almost a beef Wellington because I'm not going to wrap it tonight. I'm not going to wrap it. I'm trying to avoid that puff pastry. I think that was about 2 minutes that we had right there. I don't want to go early. It's important we don't go early. There we go. We're good. Okay. Try and use the edges of the pan as much as possible right there. That sizzle. And it's already smelling so good. I don't know if you guys can smell it through the camera. Smell it through the camera? Giddy up. Ideally, I'd love to have an actual gas stove out here because this is elevated. It makes it harder to cook while it's elevated by 4 inches. If I were on a stool, maybe that would be better. I could handle the pan a little bit easier. But, like I say, no excuses. Cook like a champion. Sides. It's a nice cut of beef. Not the fillet, but it's nice. I'm glad I'm finally using this. I'll tell you what, I got this on sale and it was in the freezer. I took it out a few days ago when I was deciding what to do with it for today. I was thinking about grinding it up to make some nice burgers. Then I realized my mom has my meat grinder. Mom, if you're watching, I need my meat grinder back, please. Double digits, what? Nutella, wow, yeah, Riley, I wish you could smell it too. This is good. It's gonna be good. So I wasn't gonna do burgers, couldn't do burgers. I thought regular steak on the barbecue. Nope. 10 next year, wow. And you're watching this old dude cook an almost Wellington. Careful, turn it. Want to make sure we get the sides as well. Okay? I could have crusted it a little bit more on that side. Could have used another minute or two. Rest it up on the side over here. This side seems to be better for cooking. I don't know if it's the counter, if it's the actual element that's angled this way. But this is where the oil is gravitating to. I like the crust I'm seeing over here. I like the crust I'm seeing over here. I don't like the crust I'm seeing on top. Could have been a little bit darker. I'm probably going to turn that over one more time and commit a no-no, but I want it. Thanks, Riley. I appreciate you subscribing. We're going to try and keep everybody entertained. So the beauty about this whole dish is, once this goes in the oven, I know I've got a timer, 30 to 40 minutes. Because I'm going to have it in the oven for about 30 minutes. We're going to leave it rest for about 10 before we take it out. And that's the clock that we have. We're going to say 30 minutes to prepare our potatoes, our red wine sauce, and our vegetable. And try and time it all so it's ready together. That's a better crust. We like that. So this is definitely the better side of our pan and our element right over here. I will get the edges as well. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I never really figure out how to slice this. Whether I want to slice it boom, 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 or wider, thinner slices. I may go for a nice thick medallion. I think that may look the best on the plate. We'll see. All right. That's a better crust over there. Let's get the edge or the back end. Someone might need me to remind me to add the mustard to this, okay? I have a habit of forgetting things while I'm on camera because I'm on to the next and worried about, can we see everything, can we hear everything? But again, no excuses. Cook like a champion. Yeah, as I'm saying that's an excuse. Forget the excuses. Cook like a champion. Yeah, thanks, Riley. What? What? I don't know if I can even pronounce that. Last side. On the bottom. Okay, almost there. 30 more seconds. And I am going to leave it on the bottom for 1 minute after that. Okay, there we go. That's what I was waiting to see. Boom. So, I've already got my mustard and my horseradish, so I'm trying a little something here between mustard and horseradish. There we go. Beauty. So that's already looking great, but we've got to move quick here. We don't want to let that meat cool. I'm just going to remove that for now. Now, according to the goat, when we're doing this, I've watched it many times, we want to brush this when it's still hot. And that way it'll absorb. Gives a little bit more heat to it. Nice. And now, a little bit of the horseradish. Good. Beauty. Mustard. Done. Thanks, Riley. Skibidi slicers. I don't even know what those are. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Okay. In. I'm going to set the timer so I don't forget. Let's go 30. Okay, now it's up to me. We got to cook. We got to cook. Can't get caught behind. I think first up, we need to get our potatoes going. Crank that temp up. So I already started the water boiling. So that way when it came time to the potatoes, we were set. And then of course I also peeled before I came on the air. No, okay, I won't look it up. Thanks. Try not to look up too much. Man, that's twice. That water should be ready basically as soon as I turn around from slicing these guys. It's going to be a great dinner. It will be a dinner for 4 comfortably. Like I say, maybe 6 depending on how hungry everybody was. And nice potatoes. Potatoes are done, which is great. Okay, let's just clean our mushrooms a little bit here as well, okay? Yeah, so that's good morning. I don't know what it is now. I want to know what it is. I'll ask a friend to look it up or something, so that way maybe they get spammed. Okay, mushrooms. I'm just prepping the mushrooms. I'm not going to do them yet. And same thing with our carrots. Carrots are already ready. Green beans, those will be ready. We want to get the red wine going so that way it can simmer a little bit longer, okay? Mushrooms, good. Done. Let's get our green beans cleaned up. Try and go 2 at a time. A little quicker. Green beans were not cheap tonight, okay? A bag, it was, I think, $5.50 for a bag of green beans. I was not impressed. Not impressed. Look at that. We're getting these little wee ones here. I'll need to keep my eye on the potatoes and give them 10. So if you can try and time everything, great. It'd be ideal to have them all finished at the same time, or close to it. You try and have fresh food, but there's certain things you can get going early, like that au jus, leave it simmer. So I want to get going on that. We've got 2 stoves going tonight and the oven. It's going to be hot in this kitchen, not going to lie. Can't waste any of these green beans with the price. All right, green beans done. Giddy up. Okay, mushrooms, potatoes. Oh, that doesn't look like a good garlic. Uh-oh. Nope, that's not a good one. You know what? This entire thing of garlic was not good. Let's try. We'll get these 2 and see. You know what? That whole bunch done. Let's see if there's a backup. Which there is. I gotta hope that this one's good. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Come on, garlic. Don't be like the avocados. That looks better. Okay, we're good there. Let's get our shallots ready at the same time. Looks okay. Again, it's like getting produce, it's always a guessing game. This one's barely hanging on. And I bought them what I thought was fresh, but apparently not. This one's, you know what? I'm going to use it anyways. Parsley's good, bay leaves. Okay, everything else there is ready. Let's clean that up a little bit. Almost got it. Let's move this. Let's bring this guy back in the game. Still hot, so that's good. That'll warm pretty quick for us, so that's good. Okay? You don't want to trip on those onions. Clean. So next going in is the oil and the beef leftovers. And our shallots. Let's bring our garlic over here, out of the way. This way when our board is done, it's done. And solid. Potatoes on, beef in. 30 seconds. Hopefully 30 seconds on that. I should have had that pan on this hot stove already, the hot plate. Get that going a little bit better. Come on, hon. Close. Close. Oil. Okay, 23 minutes left on the timer. So I've got 4 minutes left on the potatoes. We got to get moving here. Let's get our oil going. Close. On the top. A little test here, just with a little guy. Yeah, we're hot. Okay. I'm going to render that down. Especially now we know the heat and the oil gravitate to this side over here. Yeah. Excellent. Hopefully I didn't miss any comments. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. So if you're just joining us right now, we've got the beef in the oven. We've got the potatoes on the stove behind us. They've got a few minutes left. And right now we're working on a red wine reduction. Okay. Onions are in. Beef is in. I want to get some whole peppercorns. About that many. Oh, it's not going to come back on. Come on. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Bay leaf. I've got fresh thyme. This will give a nice flavor too. pinch. Don't need that too salty. Don't need to overpower. I just remembered that's my beef stock and I didn't take it out of the freezer earlier. Not a biggie though, not a biggie. We have no bowls left apparently. 4, 7, 8. That'll be good. So when I make stock, I freeze it in my ice cube trays. That way I know when I want to use some, it's very easy. To take out and portion or use whatever I need. Okay? Okay, splash of red wine vinegar. Potatoes. I need to get on those as well. Mash them up. Okay, now wine, depending on what kind you want to use a cheap one. We're just cooking. Huh, okay. We'll cook it out. I'm not going to drink any of it from the bottle. I thought about it right there. Had that for a long time. So we're just going to cook this wine down. Okay, at the same time now, we've got to get our potatoes mashed. So let's check them first before we take them out of the water, just to make sure. That was an extra 2 minutes. I don't want crunch. Let's test them, see how we are. You know what? Could use another minute. Yeah. Almost went early on the potatoes. Last thing we want are crunchy. Mmm. Look at that. It's going to complement that really nice. Good. Looking solid. We're solid all over. Once this reduces down, we're going to add the stock in. Okay? Reduce it all the way. Smells good. Smells really good. Hey, Chocolate Bar! Welcome! Welcome. We're into a Saturday night special tonight. Beef is in the oven. Potatoes behind me boiling. Red wine. It's going to be our little gravy. We're going to start up and get ready the mushroom mix. And then we've got to get onto the veggies as well. I've got a total of 16 left on the oven, plus 10-minute rest time. I still have up to 26 minutes to have everything else ready. I think we'll make it. I think we'll make it. I think we need more power than this hot plate. If we figure out how to set up cameras on the stove, we might be onto something later on. Okay? I almost missed the hey hunk. I'm glad I saw you. I'm glad I saw you. Nice. We can't go early here either on the reduction. We want to let that alcohol cook right out. Okay? This is good. I think we're going to be perfectly timed. If there isn't such a thing as perfection. I don't know. We've got our food chopper ready. I'm using a mini tonight. We're almost there. We're almost there. Potatoes will be there as well. Good. Very nice. Okay. Stock. I'm going frozen right in there. Could have put it in the microwave first, but I don't think there's a need right now. We're hot enough. This will come right down. Last one. It's going to be delicious. Okay, potatoes. So potatoes drained. I don't have a ricer, so I'm mashing right away. So that way they're going to be as fluffy as possible. Yes, beef stock, chocolate bar, yes. Butter. One knob, quite a bit of potato, doing a little bit more. Wow, that was a complicated one, wasn't it? Mix. Butter. Where's my cream? There it is. Hey, Kipster! How you doing, my man? Oh, we're just cooking. Saturday night cooking show. Call it a beef Wellington, but it's not a beef Wellington. Okay. Pinch, not a punch. Some pepper. Oh, it's not attached. This isn't good. You know what? We're not gonna chance it. Where's my we're not gonna chance it. Boom! I love the Texas. Creamy potatoes. I think we should try them just to make sure they pass the test. Let's see. Another pinch. Boom! Oh, just lost that towel. I don't want the potatoes bland by any means. Okay, that should be better. Yeah. Potatoes done. Reduction. Love it. Let that reduce a little bit more. And then we're going to finish this off on the stove and let it simmer with all those nice flavors. Oh, you want even more butter in there, Dipster? It'll be dripping soon. It'll be dripping. This smells delicious. Delicious. Okay, we've got 9. We've got 9 left. There's 9 left. Okay, we're going to try something right here. Wait a second, do I need to do that? Where's my other pan? You guys see my pan? Oh, I have the little one. Well, we don't need to do that. I thought we were going to have to do that, but we don't need to do that. Kipster wants more butter. Okay, now you made me second guess it. You made me second guess it. I mean, they taste fine. They seem creamy. Kipster wants more. I'm giving you more, buddy. We got to appease the fans. I don't want to drip inside my potatoes. Oh, we got some cream left. Those look good. I mean, I don't want to keep eating them right here, but I certainly could. Reduction. Reduction looking good. Mushrooms. Taking the ultimate easy way out tonight on mushrooms. Everything is, I think I just saw a comment of everything is better with butter. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Is that the comment I think I saw? Absolutely. There you go. I knew it. The more butter, it is. You're right. It is. I was looking for my mushrooms. They're right there. I'm using a combination tonight. I'm going to add in a few at a time, see how many we can shove in there. Probably going to be all we can get. Some pepper in there. Pinch of salt. Come on, last few right there. Come on! Feel like I got the horse races right there. It's almost got it. Come on! I'll finish it off just like this. A big one. The Big Daddy stuck. There it goes. Where are my chestnuts? Chestnuts, break them down. I don't know how many I took out here. 2, 3, 4. I was trying hard to find these chestnuts. 5. Let's top it in another mushroom right there too, since we have them clean. Last mushroom. This guy's being a real pain in the butt. Can't have big clumps of mushroom. Come on, last one. Come on, I see it. Next time, maybe I'm going to hand chop. Just thought of this one too. Shut that on the heat. I've had enough of this big guy. We're taking it out. I'm not keeping it. Done. We can unplug and replug our heat. How many more minutes? We've got 4. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I mean, not like I'm in a race against anybody, but I am hungry, I'm not going to lie. Oh, this old mushrooms. Back. Simmer. We're not hot yet. We need another minute. But we're getting there. We're very close. You know what I just realized I didn't do? Garlic. Forgot me garlic. We've got a minute. We've got a minute. All right, problem solved with the garlic. Looking dynamite. We'll check the temp on that. Cook all these down. Get all that moisture out. Now, we'll just hope that this turns out like I thought it would. I don't know if it will, but we're about to find out. One minute left up there. Let's spread that out. Get all this moisture out. And we'll do a sprig of thyme. Fine. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting close. We're getting close. Au jus, nice. Where could it be? Where could it be? I'm not looking for sugar or molasses. Huh. That's interesting. I don't see cornstarch. Well, look at that. Look at all the moisture. All that water. We're going to cook it right out. Let's check our temp. Check our temp. Mushrooms, good. We don't want wet mushrooms. Hey, Tunas! It's been a while. How you doing? Great to see you. I think it was since last week. Not yet. Let's crank that a little bit. That's good. Bought us a couple of minutes. Took my eye off the ball there on the mushrooms. Very good. Things are coming together. Almost like I've envisioned it. Almost. Last up is going to be our veggie mix. I cranked up the temp on the oven a little bit. I think we started out there and we were a little low. Nonetheless, it'll get there. Very nice. Au jus ready, potatoes ready, mushrooms, maybe another 2 minutes. Maybe. And then we're just going to be waiting on the star of the show, the beef, while the carrots and the beans are cooking up. That would have been nice inside of Wellington. Okay. We have a bowl ready, we do, for our mushroom mix. Yeah, that would have been a really nice paste for the Wellington. Absolutely. So next time we'll do a Wellington. But I'll get a nice fillet for that as well. If you have any questions, thanks for watching. If I haven't said that already, everybody, thanks for watching. This is fun for me too. And hopefully you're watching and you're saying, yeah, I could do that. Cooking soup shouldn't be rocket science out there for anybody. Watch a video, and typically on my videos, if I'm editing and I have some errors in there, I'll put out videos with errors in them because I make them. I think everybody makes them. It's just who's willing to show them. And I think the average person at home is going to make errors. You got to see them, so that way you can figure out how to overcome them. Now I was looking for cornstarch because I wanted to thicken up my red wine. I don't know where it is. I don't see it. I don't see it. So I'm not too happy about that. It's going to be a little runny. Okay. Down, heat, mushrooms. Good. Get our mushroom mix. We can leave that rest for a little bit. So I had this heating up already on the stove, so we don't need to wait as long. It's be a nice easy veg. Just really to give the plate some color. So I had originally had the oven set at 400 and I reduced it down to 300, and in my wisdom I thought I'll leave it at 300, putting it in with what I have to do. I would have some more time. Apparently not. So now I'm going to hope. Hey, boss man, welcome. Cheers to you too. All right. Just a little bit. May not add all of these in. That was hot, all right. In fact, we will cook them all. Why not? It's a supreme pan overload is what that is. Hipster, the butter for you, buddy. Sticky tonight. I think I just added more butter to our vegetable than I did our potatoes. Pinch of salt. Boom! A little bit of pepper. Boom! I can't stand when I go to a restaurant and they have bland vegetables. Well, really bland anything. And just for shits and giggles, we've got some thyme sticking out. If we've got the time to add the thyme, we'll add the thyme. Love it. The booms are flying. Yeah, it's a great pan. I like it. I like it. I've got it in 2 different sizes. Excellent. Au jus reducing down. Still would have liked it a little bit thicker, but it is what it is right now. So we'll be able to clean this up, get a little wipe down, and be ready. Really ready. Ready for slicing. Although we have to let that meat rest for a little bit too. It's we get anxious cooking on camera that we don't want to leave the time to leave it rest. I lost one, didn't I? Did I lose one? Did you guys see that? Did I lose one? Ah, fung. Oh no, I'm not supposed to swear anymore. You're not coming to my kitchen and have a bland food. No way. Boom! Boom! Can't have it bland. Boss, man, great advice. Gotta leave it rest. Buttery veg. Now, I would want those coming out of the table so they're a little bit crisp. I don't want them soggy and do all. I don't want them completely crunchy and hard. But if they're coming out soggy, I'm going to send them right back, like Joe Pesci would say, send it back. I hope the internet is not slowing down. It looks like it's slowing down a little bit. All right. This is it. We're just waiting on the beef, baby. We're waiting on the beef. Plating it up is going to be fun, too. Looks like the internet is slowing down on this one for some reason. Anyway. Try a little carrot. Make sure they're not going soggy on us. Plenty of butter. Unplug our hot plate. Give a quick little wipe. We're just waiting on the beef. Where's the beef? They said at Wendy's, I remember those commercials back in the day. Where's the beef commercials? Ooh, that is hot, hot, hot right there. I'm hoping it's just the internet on my other phone here. That's slow. That's connected over there. Hopefully it's not slow that you guys see. Hopefully only the one that I see. Okay. Good. Good. Solid stuff right now. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Let's set it up for when that beef, the star of the show. Let's check this out and see. It's just this connection. Yeah, it might be my Wi-Fi over here. know in a minute. Let's see how this one's doing. Its Wi-Fi looks fine. We're gonna have the moment of truth. A few minutes. Let's check on our beef. Let's check that temp. Come on, 130. Come on, 130. Come on. Come on. 120, come on. 122, come on. Not yet. Not yet. Needed a few more degrees, so we're going to crank her. Good part is we're ready. We're ready to plate. We're ready to plate. Love it. Good water break time. Whew. Good. Solid everywhere right now. I'll give it 4 minutes. And then we'll hope for the best when we take it out. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves tonight on a Saturday night. There's no hockey on. There's no football. I mean, if you want to talk Canadian football, I guess, but there's no hockey, some baseball, no NFL yet. I don't think there's anything to do with F1 right now. What's today, the 29th? I think there might be a UFC fight on. I think there's a UFC. But I don't know if there's a WWE tonight. Just realized I still have the stove on for the veg. That's why it was still sizzling. Meant to turn it nice and low. Okay. We're watching the clock on that beef because it's been known to happen where when we think the beef is going to be undercooked, we leave it in there for those few extra minutes, and then we take it out, we let it rest, then it overcooks. That's just, talk about a kick right in the teeth. That's a kick in the teeth. Absolutely. We better get our plating game ready. It's the final touch. We could have whipped up a dessert. I was actually going to make at the same time Gordon Ramsay's. Hey, Vinny. I was going to make Gordon Ramsay's sticky toffee pudding as well, and I think he puts bourbon in there. I was going to add some Crown Royal into my sauce, but I thought better to stay away from the sugar and the extra alcohol. We have some alcohol in that wine, obviously. Good though. Okay. Man, this is tough waiting for that beef. Close, close, close. People are scrolling through. I see it. They're scrolling through the live. I can see it on this phone. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. This beef in the oven. Come on, beef. So for those joining us right now, we've got our mash that are ready, our veg that are ready, our au jus that's ready, our mushroom, I'll call it a mushroom compote. How about that? And then the beef, the star of the show, the beef. Besides, you know what? She wants to show up late to the party. I don't understand. Can't show up late to the party, the beef. Showing up late to the party. The nerve of that beef taking that long. It's a small piece, small cut. Woo! Come on now. Come on. Okay, I'm anxious to check it again and see our temp. I don't want to keep opening it up. But it's had long enough. It's had long enough. I'm going to chance it and say it's ready to go. Last check. Come on. She's climbing. 120. Come on, that was quicker. 125. Hit it. Hit 130. Hit 130. 130 on the button. Yay, we're even at 131. We're coming out. Make sure my eyes are seeing that properly in the light. I'm at 132. Off. Whew. Better get that. Oh, did you see that? I almost grabbed the pan with my bare hand. So close. So close. The reaction time was huge right there. That beef out. That was close. We almost had a big uh-oh. Look at that. After all that time, she showed up to the dance. Yeah. Now, if it's overcooked, I'm going to be really pissed off. Okay? So let's check 10. My hand is slipping. There you go. Okay. We're watching the clock here. 10. So, on the plate, we're going to put a little bit of the au jus under, a little bit of the mushroom compote under, beef on top, a little bit of mushroom on top, au jus on top, potatoes, veg, a little sprinkle of parsley, boppity boopity, and we're ready. And we're ready. You can't rush it though right now. You can't rush it. Everything's got to stay, I say everything's got to stay warm. Like I've got people that I'm serving over here. Like, I'm the only one that's going to be eating it. I don't need to worry about if it's warm or not. The starter showed a Big Daddy beef. That's going to be nice. Like, I think whoever invented resting meat in cooking was not thinking about, you know, when there's the Chronicles of a Hungry Guy. He's hungry, he's looking at the beef, and honestly, I don't need anything else. I could just cut right into that beef, eat it, good to go. Was that a minute? That was a minute. That seemed like a long minute. Okay, getting there though. I don't see much leakage yet, so that's good. Solid. Overall solid right now for everything. Overall solid. It is going to be a big meal though for me to eat at 10:30 at night. But I'll do my best to take it down. Whatever I can. Whatever I can. We're going to try it all. Don't get me wrong, there's no way we're not eating it. I'm certainly going to get in that protein and the veg. Maybe not the potatoes, but protein. Whew! Climbing up the charts. Okay, that's almost 3 minutes now. Come on. We're getting there. So what I'm thinking here, if anyone has any suggestions, please feel free. Pop them in the old comment section. But I'm thinking of slicing the medallion this way. Boom, 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 boom. So it's going to look more like a nice thick hockey puck, and I'll do a thick size. I'll do a nice 1-inch cut. So I'm going to slice off the end. You can see it. I'm going to slice off from right about there, that nice end piece, leave it aside, and then boom, nice thick piece. But we're going to cut it. We're going to see exactly how it is right in the center. If you ever go to a restaurant, I don't go to restaurants much anymore at all. I should say I went a couple of times maybe in the last few months, but not at all. The prices I think are ridiculous, especially if you're going to have beef like this. And I used to work in a steak restaurant, and a lot of people, when they would say their steak was overcooked, well, they would cut it into the end piece, and they say, "Oh, look, it's overcooked." Well, it's going to be more rare towards the center. The outside is going to be a little bit more cooked than the interior, so always best cut right in the center of that steak. Beef. This is going to be the moment of truth. This is what I mean. I had somebody earlier on today, they were all over me because my knives weren't as sharp as they could have been or should have been. I think the knives are just losing some of their luster because I do sharpen them frequently, like I sharpened them before I came out tonight. I show everything. I show everything. So if this is undercooked, we're going to see it. If this is overcooked, we're going to see it. There's nothing to hide. Making mistakes, I couldn't care any less about making mistakes. We're all going to make them. And then with your oven, you got to learn your oven. if you have a convection oven, regular bake oven, what rack to put things on, how long they've got to be in there, what you have to preheat it to, a whole bunch of different options out there. So if we screw up, we screw up. It's like, so what? Okay, how many minutes we at? Jeez. I mean, I can talk forever. That's not an issue. Looking good, solid, solid. Potatoes, solid. We're getting there. It's close. This is the start of the show. It's a little late showing up, but it finally cooked to our temp that we wanted, which was 130, and we're going to see if that thermometer was accurate, if the oven was accurate. But again, no excuses. Cook like a champion. All those excuses. If it's overcooked, oops. If it's undercooked, oops. Remember, I cranked up the temp and I left it in there a little bit longer, and then I started to get nervous and I yanked it out. So we're going to see in real time how I did tonight on this beef. I mean, heck, you're working in a restaurant, there's no do-over. If you ever go to a steakhouse again and your steak comes out and it's overcooked, either the cook didn't know what they were doing or they left it on the heat rack too long because it kept on cooking up. All right, Riley, you're getting back in time for the plating. We've got about 4 minutes to go here. It could have been overcooked, undercooked. You might have cooked it too long on the grill, left it on the plate too long. A whole number of things can go. So close. Okay. Very, very close here. Very, very close. What we'll do, since we're getting to that time, our red wine, I'll try not to lose it here. We're going to strain. Strain. If you press, you can extract as much of that as possible. Love to just eat these onions too. Onions are gonna be good. We got all of it. Whew! We didn't make too much though, did we? Okay. 3 minutes! Come on! 3 minutes! Start bringing everything over. In fact, let's get a little bit of that water out. Still some water in there. Interesting. It's just a smidge though. Okay. Our star of the show is coming up. We'll begin plating because of that nice mushroom. Little touch more. And rest our beef right on top. That's enough on my carrots, so I have a couple more green ones. Under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes. Something like that on our veg. Under 2. Nice, creamy. Set this aside. Star of the show. This is it. I mean, come on now. Are you guys a little nervous? I'm a little nervous right here. Here we go. Pretty much right on the button, okay? This is it. This is it. The moment of truth. Right here. Let's see it together. Let's square it off. Check that out. Boom! Boom! Like, act as if I've done it before, but it feels so good every time to get it right. Look! Boom! Man! Woo! The Ric Flair! Woo! Let's get a nice right down. Oh, yeah. All day, baby! All day! Look, we could just keep on, I could keep on slicing it. Like, come on. Look! 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 Perfect! Okay, let's take this one. In fact, let's move that over. Let's bring this in. Let's bring this in. Like, this is a, look at that cut. Look at that, it looks beautiful. Absolutely spectacular. And let's get our au jus. I actually, right there, see that? I lost focus. I lost focus, I almost forgot. I'm going to do a little extra on the mushroom right on top. Okay. We'll get our little sprig of parsley right on the side. That potato. And then the au jus is the last piece. I have a feeling this dinner is getting the championship belt out tonight. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. This is the final red wine. Not too much. Burner on. Oh, jeez. You might have heard a sizzle somewhere. So this is it right here. That is the final plate. That is the beef Wellington. That's not a beef Wellington. Mashed potato, vegetable, beautiful mushroom compote. This one's fantastic. I mean, I don't know how it gets better. We're going to test it right now. We're going to test it. Let's get a fork. This would be nice if we were sharing this meal with somebody right now. But before I cut into it, I think I'm going to bring something out because I have a feeling that this is going to be worthy of the championship belt tonight. So let's leave it right there for a minute. Okay? And if this meal's worthy, we're getting the championship belt. I mean, come on, look. Look at it. How's that not worthy? It's perfect. Look at this one. Absolutely perfect. All about the flavor combination now. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got here. Beef. I didn't want to mess it up, but I'm messing it up now. That's okay. Apparently these knives are dull too. My gosh, man. I need to get brand new knives. That was pathetic. Anyway, let's get some mushroom. Let's test it out. Oh my gosh. Boom! I mean, it's got to come down. It's got to come down right here. This meal, this one gets a championship belt right here. Overall, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. Anyone who wants to try it, try it. Follow along. If you're not having to film and go live and do all this stuff, you can go a little bit quicker too, especially with your prep work. But this dish just hit a 10 out of 10. Let's check if these are crunchy still. Oh, I can feel it. A little bit of crunch. Great. Try our potatoes. I mean, I already gave it a 10 out of 10 overall because I'm excited. Potatoes, I'll probably put just a pinch more salt. But other than that, flavors in there working great. That mushroom combination with the chestnuts, amazing. Amazing combination right there. I'm going to have another bite. I'm going to put the belt down for a minute. I need another bite. I'm going to get another knife though because that knife didn't work too well. I don't know if this will stay. Well, we'll put it down right over here. How about that? And if I need a knife that's going to work, we'll take up a big Balboski. We know this knife will work. A little bit of mushroom. I don't know how it gets better. What a dinner. What a dinner. So out of this, you guys see how much beef we had here. Okay, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have had 5 good servings out of this one. 5 really good servings for people. That's the end piece. Looking beautiful. That's the rest. Look at that. Now, if you want to go a little bit more cooked, by all means, you could do that. You want to go more to a medium. Do it however you like it at your place. That's the beauty of this. This one for 5 people, I think you're going to pay $60 a plate. Easily. And then you're going to have wine and everything else, but $60 a plate for this. That's what I believe you're going to pay for a really good cut of meat. 5 people, you're going to spend $300. Tax tip, $400 easily for 5 people, just for the meal. Forget about appetizers and everything else, just for this plate. That's what I believe you're going to pay out there. And you can make it a lot better, I believe, at home. And experiment. Don't get the best cut of meat at the beginning. Try one where it's just the average cut of beef, the one that's on sale, the one you might not like, to get a handle on your oven, how to cook, how to put everything together. And then when you're ready, after you've practiced a couple of times, boom, then go for that nice fillet. And wow everybody with it. But this is spectacular. Okay, I'm extremely hungry. I'm really tired. I want to go down and sit down and eat. So everybody, thanks for watching. Amazing cooking show tonight. A lot of interaction, a lot of people watching. Thank you all for watching. It's a homemade, easy recipe, a beef Wellington from Gordon Ramsay. That's not a beef Wellington, but it was close. So we're gonna do a Wellington next time we decide to get a nice cut of beef, okay? Until that time though, you know what you gotta do. You wanna be a champion, you gotta cook like a champion, you gotta eat like a champion. You're a champion. Boom! Woo!